Progress happens at the speed of trust. As we close out 2020, our region has experienced significant hits, but against many odds, we have much to celebrate and remember this year. Although the list of achievements and the path to get there may have looked different than any of us envisioned, the Thrive team and its partners can be proud of what has been accomplished on behalf of the communities we work for, amidst a pandemic, natural disasters ravaging our region, shifting to work remotely, and an election year. At its core, Thrive Regional Partnership is about people. So when the pandemic hit in March, we pivoted our focus to COVID-19 support. Elected officials and community leaders needed guidance for how to serve their communities during this time. With help from our research partners, Thrive was able to efficiently gather information and resources, breaking communication barriers in crisis response. Whether identifying food resources and internet access points for families in need, or tracking active cases and hospitalizations, surrounding communities put their trust in this organization when it came to gathering information quickly and accurately. Through a vital partnership with UTC's IGT Lab, information was compiled into our GeoHub, creating a centralized source of information our neighbors could use to better serve their communities. So far, the COVID-19 response dashboard has received over 200,000 views, averaging 640 views per day. As 2020 goals had to adjust for current events, the entire team recognized that many of the goals originally set were actually more critical than they'd ever been. Earlier this year, the Regional Broadband Alliance was launched. This cross-sector network works to amplify broadband and the digital equity movement across the tri-state region. Internet access is a critically essential infrastructure, a basic need in the greater Chattanooga region. As the world socially distant, it became all the more clear that the internet is how we connect with our families, educate our children, seek medical attention, and successfully work remotely. Equity in our neighborhoods and in communities across the region was needed more than ever. Through this alliance, communities can build partnerships that advance robust, accessible, and affordable internet at home, school, and work. As online ordering soared while we stayed home, an effective logistics ecosystem hit home for everyone. While many cities are experiencing the downfall of failing to have a plan, countless stakeholders have worked on a framework to monitor and improve freight movement, which provides everyday services from grocery store deliveries to packages on your doorstep. We hosted our first virtual freight forum to continue our work convening transportation stakeholders and improving the movement of goods and people throughout the region. Through the Thriving Communities Program and Tennessee Placemaking Partnership, communities are empowered to celebrate their local assets and grow from within. East Ridge, Tennessee, a rapidly growing center for recreation, dining, and major infrastructure, became the newest community to enter the Thriving Communities Placemaking Program. This year, they've been redefining community engagement in an entirely virtual setting. What connects us all to this region, from our rivers, our mountains and valleys, is nature. It's made us a transportation hub, given us our identity as a natural treasure, and fostered livelihoods for centuries. This year, the Cradle of Southern Appalachia initiative was launched, a project that has been years in the making. It's a regional conservation blueprint for livability to ensure our home lasts for future generations. Our home in the tri-state region is one of the most biodiverse landscapes, with abundant flora, fauna, streams, creeks, and rivers. These landscapes support our public health and economies, yet only 15% of the region is protected today. The Cradle of Southern Appalachia initiative convenes stakeholders and puts a framework in place to make strategic, actionable steps toward protecting this land that we love. This year is not what any of us expected. We all had to shift our goals and the paths to achieve them. We rushed to the side of our neighbors when they needed our help, and with support from our partners, continued putting in the work to help the greater Chattanooga region grow responsibly. Through the struggles, we've seen neighbors coming together to keep one another safe. We've seen people develop a much-deserved appreciation for frontline workers. We've seen increased use in outdoor recreation from folks just now discovering this beautiful place we call home. Working together, Thrive Regional Partnership will keep blazing these trails into 2021 and beyond. Now, more than ever, we know that progress moves at the speed of trust. With your trust in us, we'll continue serving this region to ensure a thriving home for all.